Hello, this is Coach Rich Campy, CEO of ProAdvisorCoach, your thinking coach. Let's talk about the iceberg and how it applies to ProAdvisorCoach. I mean, our name was derived from the iceberg concept. So this is our uniqueness about what makes us different from a consulting firm and a coaching firm. So let's look at both sides. What sank the Titanic? Was it what we could see or what we couldn't see? It was what we couldn't see, right? Everything under the waterline, underneath, is what we could not see. And we call that the iceberg concept. That's the stuff down here at the bottom. And it really represents what I would say is 80% of, what's important out there, right? Because when you look at doing something, the psychology or what's under the waterline is the stuff that we typically can't see, but it can sink our ship. Right? It's those relationships on the team. It's the cross conversations. It's not having a clear vision that everyone's aligned in the vision. It's not having clarity around the values. It's not spending enough time with people. It's not understanding the love languages at work, right? It's all that psychology stuff that will get us. We don't even know there's conversations happening, for example, behind our backs, potentially, right? It's all that stuff that's the psychology under the waterline that is part of what we call the coach part of what we do. The above the waterline is the advisor part, which represents 20%, right? And this is the advisor. So when you look at our name, ProAdvisorCoach, the advisor part is what we can see. That's the tactical things. That's the best processes, systems, the financials, the business plan, the favorable introduction process, the how do we do meetings effectively and huddles and referral process and all that type of tactical stuff that we can measure, put our arms around, feel it, hold it, understand it. The scripting part of what's there. It's the psychology part under the waterline, the coach part that represents 80%, which is, again, belief systems, or what we call BS, right? What do we believe about the firm? What do we believe about the purpose? What do we believe about the team? So let me give you an example of how this applies. In the human language, what percentage of our thinking do you think is the words we use? It's only 7%. 7% is the actual word itself, the tangible part of the word. 55% is our physiology, the way we're moving our bodies, okay? And 38% is the tonalities. So let me make a point. So if I say, I am so happy. I am happy. The happy in that moment represents the top part. It's the word itself. I am happy, right? But I can go the other way and adjust all the psychology under the waterline and say, I'm so down and I'm so upset and I'm totally depressed about what's going on. I mean, this is terrible things. Really bad, right? Now, notice the difference. The under the waterline, which is all that nonverbal 90% plus of our language, says one thing, but the words, the actual tangible word on top, says another. Let's take the example of eating healthy or being in good shape, for example. Okay, we all know what to do, right? We have workout programs after workout programs after workout programs. We can find them everywhere, right? P90X and Beachbody and yoga and Pilates and all this stuff. We also have recipes, all the right things to eat, right? And what not to eat on a regular basis. But we don't do it. Why? Don't we all want to be in good shape? Yet we don't do the things that we need to do to create a healthy body. Why? It's because of the underwater line stuff. It's everything under the waterline, the psychology behind why we do what we do. See, everyone does everything for one of two reasons: to avoid pain or to gain pleasure. That's the part we have to start understanding. What if we were able to understand that everyone on the team, what their strengths are and their potential weaknesses, we can maximize the strengths, manage the potential weaknesses. That's under the waterline stuff. It starts with mind scan and gap analysis results and all that awareness that we have to pull out to really understand how do we put that together into a practical plan so then we can then implement or execute that plan. It takes both parts, the advisor part on top and the coach part on the bottom. The tactical side, the advisor part, and the coach part, which is the psychology part, right? We have to know the best practices, but we also have to understand what's here. 45,000 to 65,000 thoughts per day. What percentage of those thoughts do you think are the same thoughts as the day before? About 90%. Wouldn't it make sense, or wouldn't it make millions, if we could harness all the thoughts we're having up here and manage those effectively to create a maximized team that was just harnessing all of its potential? It's possible. We've done it over and over again, and we can measure it and show it. That's the power of understanding both parts, both the tactical side, the consulting advisor part, and the coach side, the psychology part of success. We have to combine those together to create a high potential team that gets the results that you and your team deserve. This is Coach Rich Campy saying thanks for tuning in. We look forward to seeing you at the top.